shall I start with?
I don't know.
Well, I start out here by, where Chris Slater has his bees on the hill.
Yeah.
Well, that used to be our spot, and so after your great-grandmother Florine died, we had 2 trucks, and your dad had a friend of his fly out, and so Roger Renslow and I went out Saturday night and to load a semi-load of single-story hives, and they were all spread out here by Milton, and so it was warm that night, and so we smoke them and straighten them up, and Roger would reach down and pull them straight so I could pick them up with a forklift faster, and we got the truck. We picked up 3 pallets at a time and put on the truck and got the first layer on, and then we picked up 3 more, and I was about half done, and we had all the lights off because the moon had just gone down about 2 or 3 in the morning, and bees were crawling, so I turned the lights off, and I looked up and I saw something white, and I thought, man, that must be a white rat up there on top of the load. And so I turned on the lights, and it was a huge rattlesnake with his mouth wide open, and inside of his mouth was all white, and his head was going back and forth right straight above me. And I proceeded to jump off the forklift, and I hit my knee into one of the handles. It was the same forklift I have out here, the 610 Bobcat, and I hurt my knee so much I couldn't stand up, and I told Roger we got a rattlesnake up there, and go get the shovel off the 1-ton truck under the bed. Well, Aaron and your dad had used it and hadn't put it back on, so we didn't have a shovel to kill the snake, and so Roger had a dim flashlight, and he looked over by the fence and found a half a fence post. And so very cautiously I went back and lowered the pallet of bees down about the height of my waist, and Roger took that post and knocked that snake. He was laying on the crossboard, knocked him down to the ground, and then Roger come down right on the head of the snake and got him the first lick, killed him. And so Roger, then he left him lay there. I said, well, Roger, we got to put the net on the truck, and we don't want to walk around on that dead snake. And so Roger picked him up by the tail, and Roger's over 6 foot tall, and it reached all the way from his waist down to the ground. So he took him over and threw him over the bank, And then Roger said, I'm not going to reach down and pull around any more hives because there might be another snake. And so we got it loaded and put the net on and got home here about daylight. And Les Shebo, he had flown out that night from Minnesota, and he was going to drive the truck back. So I told him that we'd kill one rattlesnake and there might be another one on the load. So they were very cautious when they unloaded, looking for rattlesnakes. So, but they didn't find any more. And then